Hello ladies, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Olivia, and in this video I'm going to be finishing up the 1 week Kallah Kit challenge, the one with the Glowing Skyscapes Kallah Kit. Now this is take 2 of this video. For some reason the audio went haywire with the last one, and I pulled it down and redid it. I'm kind of glad something happened to it because I really wasn't pleased with it. I tried to keep it real with everybody and just put it out there the way it filmed. I was kind of feeling in a sort of way this morning, and you know, it just was what it was. So I decided to put on my big girl pants and get over myself. And so I got on my nifty dress and sweater. I still am wearing the cap because the cap is cool. I'm still not wearing loads of makeup. I will be touching up on my Juvia's Place. It smells like buttercream lip gloss, because this on me looks like a lip gloss. It's super cute. I don't know why I'm showing it to you, but I am. So it's super cute and super pink and super fun, and smells like buttercream icing. So anyway, I'm feeling a little bit better. So I will be reapplying that later, but I also got my second iced coffee of the day. So, okay. Pardon me, my phone did a little buzzy buzz. So, okay. I'm going to talk about really quick the Kallah Kit. We'll review what was in it, and then I will tell you my thoughts on it, and which I didn't do in the first video, and that was kind of an oversight. I ran kind of long on that one, and I'm hoping not to run as long on this one, but I'm going to talk about what was in the Kallah Kit, my thoughts on each of the scarves, and how well they wrapped, and then I'm going to talk about the accessories and the undergarments, because I think that's important too. Now, the bits the scarves in the kit included this Dusty Rose Tuff 2-in-1. I love this one. It's a little bit of a pain sometimes because it wants to blouse up a bit. But overall, I love 2-in-1s, and I love Tuff 2-in-1s. It's just, I think after wearing it several times in a row, it really needed a refresher in maybe a steam dryer or maybe a quick with the steam iron. But I really do love the Tuff 2-in-1s. I did have a little bit of a tickle tantrum with it with my last set of wraps because it was just, I think it was overworked. And so that's my thoughts on this one. It's an overall, I love this scarf. I love the color. And there. Okay, moving on. We have the Petalsoft. Now this one is the light blue. I did talk about this in my posting, and when I first started, I was not able to get this one from Wrapunzel, so it's the Petalsoft dupe, but it's so very similar to it that there's no difference between this and a Petalsoft. So I just used it the same way. I was liking that I could fold it in half, and I don't remember which of the lovely Wrapunzel ladies suggested that in the fan group, but oh my gosh, excellent. It's a bit wider and heavier than the Tuff 2-in-1s and the 2-in-1s, but I really like the texture of the scarf. It's easy. It stays in its wrap. It doesn't fall out. You know, some of the silkier scarves kind of just puddle out after a little while. It's versatile. I can layer it, wear it on its own. I really enjoyed this scarf and textures and all that. I really enjoyed this. Now, this is a favorite. This one I've had for a good long time, and it's almost time to replace it. I noticed a little separation spot. It will be becoming a sash, a couple of sashes in the near future, I have a feeling. So Black Friday sale, maybe one of these will be in my cart. But this is a favorite scarf. It can be both casual and fancy, and it can take one of these rather plain, simple scarves and make it into something super dressy that you could wear somewhere else, wear something to out to dinner or to a fancy schmancy get together or a wedding. So I love that. It's also not super heavy. So that's an amazing benefit for me. I wear these a lot. I love them a lot. So having this in the kit is like super amazing. My thoughts on that one. Okay, now the dreams come true in the light blue. I held out on getting this one. I saw they hadn't done a lot of other colors, and I held out on it because I wasn't quite sure. It's a lot of flowers, but when it came in the light blue, it was in my cart and on the way to me immediately. I fell in love. So to have this in this kit, I was extremely happy. It's full of color. And there are so many colors in here that aren't even in this kit that I could just toss a scarf in and it would totally work. Like yellow. Yellow is my absolute favorite color. So toss in a yellow. You know, there's purples in different shades. There's different shades of blue. There's some greens in here. There's some browns and some like cranberries and wines. It's so full of color. And I think that this could just do for a lot. I mean, it's just, there are a lot of things could be put with this and wearing it on its own. It is a little bit slippery because we're going to talk facts about the scarf here. It is a little bit slippery. By itself, it took a little bit of wrangling to get it on my head and to cooperate. I'm used to that. I have several scarves that are in there that are just nightmares to deal with because they're beautiful and slippery, but I keep them because they're pretty. This one is a little bit slippery, not quite as slippery as some of those. And the detail makes up for any aggravation I have to put up with to wear it. Now, that said, I can layer it with another scarf underneath of it, like a Tuff 2-in-1, which has that grippy texture. And I say grippy a lot, but that's plain speak on what it is. I'm sure there's a big word for it, but it's got grippy texture. And it helps to hold this guy in place. Now, if I didn't want to have it in the pink and say I'm adding to my scarf collection, I could just grab it in a blue that matches. There's a matching blue. This one's not the Tuff 2-in-1, but there's a matching blue. You can just put it underneath and you won't even see it, but it'll help have that thing grip to your head. Overall, this is an amazing scarf. The things that I will be changing is I will be cutting this off. This is awkward for me. It's not Rapunzel's issue. It's the manufacturer of the scarf. And it's only me that nitpicks it. I don't think anybody else notices it. I'm just that person. This bothers me. So this is going to be getting cut off. And again, it's a perfect scarf. I mean, it's absolutely wonderful. And this will be definitely seeing a lot of wear come the spring because of the pretty flowers and the color of it. I can see April being a fun month for these guys. And final scarf is a plain scarf, but it's still one that we all should have. Maybe not just in this color, but it is the Pashmina in lavender. This is a solid Pashmina. There's no texture. There's no pattern or print or except for this. You can see this bit here. It's the weaving. It's the way it's put together. So it's really cool. It's nice and plain, but it's still elegant and it's a good size. I have a couple of non-Rapunzel Pashminas. I don't wear them. They're too small. The length is small. The width is small. These have this nice length. This is double this. I don't feel like opening it all the way up. Double this, and this width is fabulous for wrapping and pleating, and I love it. I mean, I love the Pashminas, and this color is amazing. I know without my makeup and stuff, it may look a little washed out, but I'm white. I mean, my skin is so white. It's so pale. And I am honestly wishing I had a little more color so I could pull off colors like this without having makeup on. I'm a little you know, it's weird. So I actually have to put color into my face to wear these colors. So it's been mentioned that these colors wash me out a lot, but I really like pastels because I think they're really, really, really pretty. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm rambling. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna stop that because I'm odd. All right. So now I want to talk about the rest of the things in the kit after I get my hair out of the Pashmina. Now, other things in the kit, the accessory we're going to talk about is this this headband. It's the, and I want to get the name correct because my brain is a little spazzled. It's the Lilting Lushness headband. I really think this is pretty. I love this portion. I think it's just amazing with the beads and the sparkle, and depending on what you put it next to and the way the light shines in it, it's either silver or gold. And I don't it's kind of fun. So, and I think that's really weird because it's obviously silver in the metal around here, around these gems is silver, but when the light hits those beads, it reflects off. I don't know how it gets to be a golden color, but it does. I'm sure there's some scientific thing about that. When I wore this, I wore it with pins, the straight pins right here and right here. Oh, cute. I did not tie it. The only thing I don't like about this are this. I don't like the ribbons. Now, it's minor inconvenience. But I can change it out, you know, change it to, elastic or whatever, white elastic, the really nice one that everybody's using for the masks. I could totally do that. Or I could just simply, hold on one moment, please. Okay, my apologies. I will get back to it now. I have several ideas when it comes to this, including what I just talked about with the elastic, the little wider elastic that we're all using for making the masks. But also I could just have this much poking out, cut off the rest of the ribbon, and just use the pins like so. Just have these as tabs, these little ribbon tabs, and I can just run a pin in it every time that I wrap with it. Or what I'm really leaning towards, and I think this is kind of cool. I found these really, really, really nifty magnets. They're like heavier duty magnets, and we can even find heavier duty ones than this. I'm working on doing that now, but they just really grab. I'm thinking about taking them out of this plastic and gluing them onto right here, one side here, and I'm going to do the same on this side. And then when I place it on my head, I will just take the bottom, run it up underneath, and then this will latch down on it, and it should be just magneted to my head. And that way I'm not pinning anything, I'm not cinching anything, I'm not knotting anything. It's just very easy peasy. Slap that sucker on, and there you go. So I'm kind of going to work on that and see how this works with that. That's the only issue I had with the entire kit, really. The like big issue is these slippery ties. And to be honest, that's not so horrible to have these be the bane of my existence. They're easily changed out. So again, that's my thoughts on this guy here. All right, now you get also in a Kallah kit, you get the Oomphtastic Scrunchy, which I spent the entire week looking for, and I think either Micah ate it, it's a possibility with my darling, or he's ferreted it away somewhere with all of his extra mice and the little claw covers that he keeps picking off. So I never found it, and I was disappointed that I couldn't find it. But I did have a headband, and I did have a Cloud9 Shaper. Again, I said this before, and I'll probably say it a billion more times. The kit comes with black. It comes with a black shaper and a black headband. I don't remember if it comes with a Velcro headband or if it comes with one that's no Velcro. But I have the one that has Velcro. I really, really like the Wrapunzel velvet headband. I'm not opening it up. And I am sorry about that. My audio went insane the last time I did the Velcro. Open it up and it replayed the Velcro sound the entire video. So I'm totally not opening this up, but I like that the Wrapunzel Velcro, the coarse side is on the top and it goes towards the bottom and not the opposite. I have tried others recently because you can't make an informed decision or talk about something if you've never tried the other guys, to put it that way. I losing my words to talk better, but this one, when I put it on my head, the Velcro on the bottom, this is the sticky side, the harsh side, it's down here, and the other side, the soft side, comes around the head and hooks on over top. And that can be an issue because you get it caught in your scarf, the Velcro in the scarf, you get it caught in your hair. It can be a total mess. Plus this extra piece here is so long with the soft side of the Velcro. It just makes a flappy piece. There's no way to get the size that I need for my head, because my head is not overly large, it's not overly small, it's somewhere slightly larger than medium. It's slightly larger than average, but it's not ginormous, and these are meant, I think, for very, very large heads. So if you have a large head, wow. But the quality isn't the same as with the Wrapunzel. The velvet isn't as nice. On the camera, it looks lovely. It looks the same, but the gripping is not the same. So Wrapunzel, amazing headbands. If you don't know it, now you do. These are the best. Throw that one down there. Okay, so I wore this one with several different looks this week. I like it. I like the way it looks. I did just a low bun with my sock bun, which is something, if it's still in here, something I learned to do. My daughter is a ballerina, so it's something I learned to do. This one happens to be a leg warmer because, again, my daughter was a ballerina. I have leg warmers hanging out. So what I did, and I'll unwrap it because this is important too, because it's something that I learned. Okay, so if you have a sock, you'd snip the tip of the toe off, and then you'd start rolling it down like so. This might be helpful for somebody. That's why I'm going to go over it. And just keep rolling all the way to the bottom. Now, because I don't always use this as a sock bun, sometimes used as a leg warmer, I don't sew this piece right here. I don't think it's necessary. Some people whip stitch this edge. You can't really see it, but some people whip stitch the edge right in this section just to keep it in the donut shape. The hair goes through here, and then once the hair is through, it lays around the bun. You get a hair tie, and you just put it over the top. And once all the hair is around the bun, you take what's left down here and you just wrap it around. You can braid it, you can twist it, you could just spin it around, it doesn't matter. But that gives that nice big, huge bun here. Something that, I do, and I know other people have done it when that was what I did to compensate for not having the Oomphtastic Scrunchy. So I'm still going to replace my Oomphtastic Scrunchy. It'll probably turn up in the next couple of weeks because I'm done with this particular video, and that's the way things work. When you need it, you can't find it. So that's what I did. All right, now, Shaper. This guy and I have a love-hate relationship right now. I did manage, when I first put it on, I've worn it when I first got it. I was wearing it. My hair was a little bit shorter, not a lot shorter, because my hair is just, it is what it is. I don't bother with it. But I felt like it fit better when I first got it, and I don't know. But when I went to wear it this time, because I don't wear it often, I'm a Wendy girl. I love my Wendy. So when I went to wear it, I put it on and I realized it was, you can see in the one video, it's like this egg shape right here. And I wasn't pleased with that. And then I realized that I had to take out, to get it to fit better, I had to take out about so much stuffing. And to be honest, ooh, it's got hair on it. Sorry. I could have probably taken out more than stuffing than this to get it to sit better on my head. It's a fantastic shaper. I like the shape of it. I like that it goes, it's like almost like a bonnet. I feel like it's almost like one of those, the shape is almost like one of those Pioneer bonnets, but it's got this poof right here and it's flatter here. It's pretty. And it has its benefits. I like it. But again, I'm a Wendy girl at heart, and I like it. Now, putting it on, I'm gonna be honest. I like to wear it backwards better. I like the shape like this, but I think it fits my head better when I wear it backwards. Because I noticed that when I was putting it on, that it covered my ears better. I like my ears in my shaper. It's just, I don't know, it's just the way I like it. And so when I put it on the other way, it kind of cut back and it was too far back. I had too much stuffing. I changed that. It fit a little bit better on my ears, but I really, really liked that it went on the head better backwards. So I had way more fun with it in the backward style, and I still managed to get the volume to be more towards the back and bottom by combing the fluff down to the bottom of the, if that makes sense, to the bottom of this opening. I don't know what we're calling that right now, but I managed to get all of the fluff moved down some, and I think I liked the way that fit. Now, if you like this style and you want something bigger, the Uber is like insane huge, but pulling out some of the stuffing can work with that one if you have lots and lots of hair. I might try that. I've never removed all the stuffing from, or even half of the stuffing from my Uber. I just wore it and put it away. So I'm gonna have to give that a go. But that might be something to think about. But I do think that there are head size is that work better for this shaper than others. If your head is smaller, this one will be nice. If your head is overly big, it might not be the right shaper because of just the size. That's it. That's my observations. Totally my opinions. If you feel otherwise, that's okay. That's cool. So, shaper. Now, I'm going to be talking about the things that I thought of when I was going, all right, now expanding. I'm not talking about, yeah, we buy this kit and we only wear everything once and then they never see each other again. I'm not thinking that you should wear these together all the time. But when building the collection, and I don't know that maybe I'm not saying this right. This whole thing I put out is meant for ladies. You're just starting out and you get a Kallah Kit. It's not meant for the experienced wrapper who has 1,000 scarves already, because you probably got all these and then some. So it's for the ladies, and there's been a lot of questions. Well, what do I do? I've got these 5 scarves, but I don't want 1,000 scarves. I've only got in my budget for 3 or 4 more for, you know, for the next several months, the next year. I mean, it is what it is. You don't, and some people, and before I get off on a completely weird tangent, some people don't want to have a lot of stuff. You know, it's minimal amount, you know, minimalists. I've been discussing a lot of this with my friend Frida Hannah, and how you create a capsule wardrobe, how you create a capsule Tichel wardrobe. You pick your colors and why you pick certain scarves, and keeping the ones that you love, getting rid of the things that you don't love. And it's better to I think this is more geared towards the ladies who are just starting out. Some things that I wish I would have known when I was buying my first Wrapunzel scarves, and I ended up my first order, I could only buy 2 scarves. So what did I buy? I purchased 2 shimmery scarves, one red, like fire engine red, and one in royal purple. Yeah, because, well, I liked them. They're pretty, but it didn't go for the, these are really versatile. It didn't go for the versatility. You know, like if I got a Tuff 2-in-1 and a shimmery, I could, you know, I feel like it's more versatile than just the 2 shimmeries, where I could put them together, I could wear them separately. And then what happens after that? What do I do to make my wardrobe prettier? And what do I do to get how do I build on this? Since I've already picked the most garish colors out there, how do I build on that? What are the best scarves to choose from? There's so much on this topic that when you're beginning, you want to know. It's lots and lots and lots of questions. And I could probably talk for another 75 minutes and not even cover half of them. So what I'm going to do in the next portion of this video is I'm going to talk about the scarves in my collection that I would add to this. So if I were just starting out, and I'm going to talk a little bit about why I picked the texture scarf. Now, some of them I don't have the appropriate color that I wanted to put in there, but I have the scarf, and it's all about the scarf, not the color. So I will tell you which scarves they are. So I'm going to take these guys, keep these in mind when I'm talking about this. So I put them over there. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is 2-in-1s and Tuff 2-in-1s. Now, I have a love-hate relationship. Sometimes they are like yesterday's video where I totally was mad at it and I called it a stupid scarf. But they are really versatile. They are really, really useful. And having a couple of them, I think, is important. You don't have to have one of every color, but having 2 to 3 is really, really cool. Now, I'm only adding one into this, and it happens to be this blue. I think this color blue will go with everything that's down there. It'll give you another versatile light scarf for summertime wear. It can also be a sash. So instead of, 2 full scarves wrapping around, you have a sash. Just like, just like so. And you can just create your little side detail with it. If you want to. My biggest thing lately has been ruffles. So we're going to do a little beginner's luck side ruffle thing here. So you got the idea, and it's just adding a little something to my cap. It's kind of cool. You can do the same thing with your other scarves. You put it on Regal wrap, and then you use this as a sash, and it's cute. It's really cute. So I think these are super awesome, and definitely a couple of these. This happens to be an original 2-in-1. The Tuff 2-in-1 is the one that we already had in the kit. Now, we all like a little shimmer. And this one, I happen to love olive and the dusty rose. I love that color combination. Some people don't, and that's okay. It's all personal preference. This is a Shiny-licious in olive. It's got that little bit of gold in here, and it's very pretty. It adds sparkle and adds pizzazz. And again, it doesn't have to be this color. It could be cream. It could be purple, like a lavender purple. If you wanted to pop a color, it could be mulberry. It's just, color is your choice. Color is fun to play with. I chose this one because I like that the way the olive looks with the dusty rose color. I also like the way this looks with the cream gold, and I like it with that Pashmina in the lavender. I think it's really pretty. It's, again, personal opinion. And again, shiny is fun. Shiny, it adds a little bit of glamour. So having a shiny scarf, and this scarf, unlike the Shimmery, isn't as slippery. It's very, very grippy, kind of like the Tuff 2-in-1. I feel like the grip factor is the same. It doesn't feel, the material isn't the same, obviously, but the grip factor feels the same, and it's also very, very light. So you can see right through it. It's not going to add extra bulk to your wrap. So this is kind of a good one. I'm going to skip these for a second, and we're going to go to New York Brights. This happens to be an insanely bright, like, unicorn. Oh my gosh. Am I for reals putting this with this pastels? But this kind of thing can be really poppy. It can add some pizzazz. And it's one of the scarves that it's not the color that I'm going after, really. Even though I would put this in my personal collection, you know, I would put this if this were, you know, what is mine. But this is one I would wear with those scarves. But it's not just about this particular one. There's a mulberry one that's really super, super pretty. There's a gray and white one that I think it's gray, white, has some silver bits in it. And I think that's really pretty too, because that would go with both the pink and the blue, and it would also go with the purple. So it's more like the scarf itself. I like that it's got the cute tassels. It's got a nubby feel to it. And it dresses up a simple look. It makes it more fun, more zany. So that's why I chose this particular one. All right, now talking practical scarves. Very, very practical. T-shirt tickles. Now the t-shirts, I love them. When I first started wrapping with them, I did not like them. They gave me headaches. I was very unhappy. And I realized after talking, because these groups are fabulous for talking and saying, hey, I'm having this issue. What's up? I was wrapping it too tightly because this has stretch. Some of the scarves don't stretch. So it's really hard to really, and you know you're pulling them too tight. But with these are stretchy just like t-shirts. This is t-shirt material and it gives a good stretch. So these are awesome for casual days. These are awesome for so many things. And I put these with the sparkly scarves and the shimmeries, and it makes for a really, really pretty look, a really dressy look, and it's comfortable. So win-win. Now, this one is the standard one, and Wrapunzels are super, super soft. There's a bazillion t-shirt tickles out there. The Wrapunzels are very, very soft. They're lighter. They're not super, super heavy weight when it comes to the material itself. They're very nice to work with. They pleat really nicely. They crinkle nicely. You can make it look almost like you're wearing hair by just kind of playing with it at front. So it's really cool. So they come in 2 lengths. So if you don't like this length, you get the extra long. But they're practical wearing them by themselves. I don't know, I really like that. And I do like both of these colors, so that's why I added them. All right, now let's talk square scarves, because I like me a good square scarf. I think it adds a bit to your repertoire. This one has the gold. It's a berry color with the gold threads through it. They have them with the silver threads. They have them with the designs. All kinds of square Israeli scarves. I do like them a lot. I do like them. I have the nifty trick with the wrapping of them where I can turn them into, make them into a more rectangle scarf so that I can do different things with them. It's pretty interesting. So kind of like that. Plus, when you add them with the shimmery, or I mean, it just is really cool. All right, put that aside with this one. This one is the same kind of squarey thing. This is a golden Israeli. These are not available, but there's another one on the site. And give me a second, I can pull that up so that I can tell you. I typically keep the Wrapunzel page open when I'm filming so that if I get too tongue-tied and it makes a difference, I can tell you what a scarf is. And provided my internet works. Okay, so I'm scrolling down. I think this one is on page 3. But we have to go through 2 first. Nope, it's Sterling Israeli Tichel. That's the one. It's got silver instead of the gold threads. But still, it's still a really awesome Tichel. Now this one is a creamy one, just to go with the creamy gold. A sage would be nice too. But again, I'm getting sidetracked by color because it's not really all about just the color. I'm going with the type of scarf too. Now, this is another one that I like. My phone keeps buzzing and I am so sorry. I don't mean to be distracted. This one is another one that I love. It's the cranberry. And I picked this pink with the creamy gold on the inside because I think it's fitting with this whole feel and ensemble. So I like the way this looks. I like that it's a little heavier. It's a little warmer. It's reversible, so you get this side too. This scarf is a go-to in winter. It takes a little bit of wrangling at first. It's not one of those ones you pull out of the wrapper and it wraps perfect for you the very first time. It takes a little bit of getting to know you time for the cranberry, but it's well worth working through it. That's what I have to say, is it's well worth working through. Now I did put a lot of thought into this and pulling out scarves to give decent amount of options. I'm not saying every single one. No, it's not necessary, but pick and choose what you like and what you think will work for you. This is that cranberry wouldn't work for somebody who's in a desert climate like Arizona or Texas, or a really hot and humid climate like Florida or some of the other Southern California. It wouldn't work because it's hotter, and Pashmina is hot. It's made for colder climates. Okay, now I've got a couple in here that are not available on the site as of right this minute. And I've got a lot that are available. So I'm going to start with this one that just came back. I've had this one. I picked this one up from Tikva. I love this one. I picked this one up from Tikva a ways back. And if you don't know Tikva owns the Wrapunzel Baltimore boutique. She's awesome. And definitely recommend giving her a visit. But I picked this one up and it's just amazing. And I'm really, really, really glad that they were able to bring it back. I've ordered it already, and my husband's going to probably Like, ah, what are you doing? Not another scarf. But I needed it. I needed it in black and I needed it in navy blue. I did not buy one of every color because I didn't need another burgundy scarf. That may be coming soon though. There may be a time when I need a burgundy scarf. But I didn't need it in the bright teal because I have a huge selection of bright teals over there already. I don't need another bright teal, but I definitely needed another black scarf and another navy scarf. So this is a really, really phenomenal scarf. As you can see, it's shimmery and shiny. It's got stripes, it's got spots. It's fancy, it's not fancy. It can be added to different things. The weight of it is not so heavy. It's lighter in weight than a Lakeshore Bliss, which we'll talk about in a minute, but it's heavier than the Tuff 2-in-1. But it's very, very soft, like the Pashminas. It's very, very soft, like those solid Pashminas. So you could totally, because of the weight, you could mix this with a Pashmina and not have it really kill your neck or just be tiring. So I'm really looking forward to getting the other colors. The color I wanted to toss in here is the navy blue. Now this will definitely go because gray goes with all of the colors that I have in this. But I wanted that darker blue because I think having that one bold color or a couple of bold colors with the pastels, it's the juxtaposition of saturation. It works really, really well. And I know some people just want to wear pastels and some people want to wear bolds and they don't think putting the two together is a good choice. That's personal preference. If you're that way, that's you and it's okay. But I like to mix in match with when it comes to saturation levels. So, okay, this one. Now, I'm gonna move those to the side. Those are probably the last ones. I have a striped scarf. This one is the Striped Delights. This one is not available on site. I really, really hope this one comes back. It came in lots of different colors. It's really, really pretty. You get lots of fun in here and you just pick a color and match it with it or coordinate with it, like the pink. There's a bit of the cream gold here. It really looks good with the scarves in the kit, and it looks good with the scarves that I've put out here afterwards. It's just one of those that it'll work. It's so pretty, and this works on its own as well. So please, Wrapunzel, we need this one. We have a bubble chiffon. I picked the Creme because I have limited bubble chiffon. Wrapunzel had these chiffon scarves for a while and they were excellent. They were excellent. They have, unlike some chiffon scarves, which are really silky, this one has texture. This was like texture for days, and it helps to keep them wrapped on your head. I like to combine this one with sari scarves, and I like, and you know, sari scarves can be slippery and they can be a little tough to handle at times. But this is very, very, you can hear, and I hope that does not carry the rest of the video. Oh my goodness. But these are great, and I love the versatility adding in with those, because this would go definitely with the shimmery and the cream gold to give it a more sedate, laid back, elegant look. But you could also mix it with the Tuff 2-in-1. You can mix it with the Dreams Come True, would be really pretty. So I like the chiffons. I think chiffons work out really well, and it's nice to have at least one of them. Okay, now when I pulled that out, and I was like, oh my gosh, the very, very, very first scarf that I pulled out, when I was like, okay, now what can I build on this? What can I do to, if I'm just adding on to this? The first scarf that I pulled out was the Dreamy Lace. This one is so awesome. I love wearing this with the Dusty Rose. I don't know why I can't say Dusty Rose today. I have to say first. But I love wearing this with the Dusty Rose Tuff 2-in-1 and the Creme Tuff 2-in-1, so that it just it doesn't have to be all three, just one or the other of the Tuff 2-in-1s. But I think this adds a little bit of elegance, a little bit of fun to those scarves. It can also be worn with the blue Petalsoft, and that gives it a different look. And it's not, I always worry about baby pink and baby blue being too little kid, but they look pretty together. So that was an option. Okay, now I'm going to talk about a couple of Pashminas really quick. This is Lakeshore Bliss. This one was I don't remember what they called this one, but for me, it's like rainbows and unicorns. It's got this nice pink here and the blue. And I think this really looks nice with this ensemble, but there are so many other ones that would coordinate with this as well. And if my eyeballs are working, which apparently they are not because I can't locate it in the wall of stuff. There's a denim blue one that might be a bold blue that will work. There's the medium blue with the light blue. I don't remember what that one color is called, but this is more like the texture we can talk about. The Lakeshore Bliss, having a Lakeshore Bliss scarf is really one of those scarves. Everybody asks, which scarf should I have? A Lakeshore Bliss. Just one. You don't need 100 of them. Just one of these is sufficient. It's not as heavy as the cranberry. It has a little give to it. It's a little soft, silky, but definitely I like this one. It's like the New York Brights. I like the color combination with what's on the floor there. Now, this is another Pashmina. It's the Signature. This one is the pastel one. They have several different variations of the Signature. They also have a Signature Silk. Now, in the original video, I pulled out a Signature Silk, and that one was also the pastel. I still like it. I just didn't pull it out for this one. But these are great to have with and adding variety. You can mix and match. You can have them on their own. You can put them with the bits of the Kallah Kit, the Petalsoft, the Tuff 2-in-1. You can have it with the Shimmery. You can have it with the Pashmina if you don't mind having the extra weight on your head, because they can work too. Now, when it comes to the new lines, I'm going to talk about this too, because we get bombarded sometimes and I'm overwhelmed with choices. I picked this from the fall line. This is the Floralesque scarf. Now, they are all pretty. They are all so pretty. But I'm looking at, what I have and what I'll wear. And I chose this light color. And that was before I realized I had all the rest of the stuff for the Kallah Kit and that I would totally be doing this set of videos. When we're building off of what we have here and the new line drops and we're like, oh, I want to check it out. But, I don't want to have every scarf, it's okay. You don't need to buy the Floralesque in every single color. It's okay. In fact, I think that's important to just not buy every single one just because you feel pressured to buy every single one. You're like, oh, they're so pretty. If the turquoise one doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. And I don't know how I'm wording this. This is weird, but I'm sorry if I'm making people uncomfortable. But it's just one of those things that I learned when the new lines drop. And that's for any company or anything in particular. You don't have to have one of everything and one of everything in every color. You just pick what makes you happy. Oh God. That's not I can't believe I just said that. The Marie Kondo, or Con Marie, but whatever brings you joy. It sounds so cliche. It sounds so trite, but if this color makes you happy, choose it. And, the cream one makes you happy, choose that one. But I liked this one, and I think it goes really well with the ensemble on the floor. So, oh, the texture also. This one is a little bit more slippery than, say, some of the other scarves, but it's not as slippery as the silky satiny ones inside. It's a light scarf, and I think combining it with other things is definitely doable, like the Shimmery. It would, and I don't think the Shimmery would slide off of it. That's one of the things on the to-do list to try it out. But I think it would add a little bit of fun, a little elegance to the other scarves if you combined it with them. All right, now we have 2 more scarves, and these are scarves that are past scarves from Wrapunzel that I really liked a lot. This one is the suede scarf. It's the original suede scarf. I know they have a suede scarf on there now, but this one is the one that's narrower and longer. I like this heather gray. I think heather gray goes with all the colors down there. It's rather lovely. So this is one of the ones that I thought was just, it's not absolutely necessary to have it, because again, it's not absolutely necessary to have all of those either. But I think it adds texture. Hi, sweetheart. It adds texture and variety, because this one I put with the lace scarf, and I put it with, what was the other scarf that I put it with? Mostly I wear it by itself because it's so pretty. It Marrakesh as well. It also does a really pretty fan wrap, and it does this. Hi, you coming up to say hello? You can't have my coffee. Sorry, buddy. You had your cappuccino. He's going to be up here for a minute or two. He'll get up. You going to be okay? Okay. He just scared himself. He knocked my phone down. So there we go. Here it is. It's right here. You're good. All's good. You didn't fall. Just a dumb phone. Okay. And a pin. All right. So this one's a fun one to have. Just adds a little bit of something to it. We'll move on. He's getting impatient with me. We're getting into lunchtime, and well, we're past lunchtime and he hasn't had his lunch yet. He's rather perturbed. Is this scarf. This one is, oh my gosh, so amazing. It's the comfort scarf. I have it in 2 colors. I have it in this wine color. This is, if I could have any scarf back, it would be this one. If I could say, please, 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 guys, please, Wrapunzel, bring back a scarf, it would be this one. This one is the most amazing scarf. It's like 2 scarves, 3 scarves in one. It's so perfect. But the idea is not just the scarf. It's the idea of the scarf where it has the lace in the front, and it has this big panel of solid. So you could wear it so many different ways. You could wear it with the lace folded down over the panel. You could wear the lace out and have another scarf underneath of it to lighten it up. This goes with the pop of a really super saturated color, like with the navy blue. So if I had this one in navy blue, this one would totally be in this collection, because I think it would go really well with the other colors and the other scarves that are in the kit. So this one is amazing. I think there's another one, and I'm pulling back so on the first page, it's from the new line. It's the Ethereal Twilight Scarf. Now, I didn't order this one because I have this one. I'm hoping to be able to get this one. Maybe if there are any left for Black Friday, maybe I can toss 1 or 2 in there. But I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I'll be able to get that. But if not, I still have this guy here. And they also had another one. Maybe some people still have it. It was last year, I think. It was the lace like this in the front. This kind of texture lace, and the solid not cottony or viscose like this, but the more sheer, softer stuff in the back, material in the back. Stuff, oh my goodness. But I like that idea of having that, the lace on the front, attached to the front, that you can lay over an underscarf. I think that would be really fun to have with some of the scarves over there. And okay, now that this one's really, really long. I'm trying to be really thorough, and wow. So the very, very, very last two scarves that I put off till even after those are sari scarves. I think these are cool to wear, and I think these two would actually match the set very well. This one here is the Melody, and it's on this side would go with the pink and the shimmery, and pink and the shimmery from this side. Now, if I flip it over, it's blue, and this side would go with the blue, and if I fold down this first row, purple, that goes with that nice lavender Pashmina. So I think having one of these is really fun, and it takes a bit of wrangling. So it's for a beginner scarf, it's like advanced beginner. It's advanced beginner. Oh my goodness. They're worth wrangling with. It's worth learning how to play with them. They're slippery little beasts, and they can be contrary, but it's kind of worth this for having with your kit. I mean, having in addition to your kit. I really like these. Now, this one, I picked the Strawberries and Cream color because I think this one goes with everything but the light blue. You know, it's like, and you could still might be able to make it work. But if you got a blue scarf, it would go better with the blue. But it would all depend on which you picked. And every single one of these is different. That's the coolest part. No two are exactly the same because, well, they're made from recycled saris. So it's, for this one, it's definitely not just the color that I picked, which would go with the shimmery cream color and the pink of the Tuff 2-in-1. I could probably put it in with the lavender. I don't know, but if I'd want to put the Pashmina and this guy, because this is bulky. This is bulky. I try to keep the other scarves a little bit less bulky in the beginning. But depending on which color you chose, there's so many things to choose from. And if you say to the ladies, hey, I'm ordering these things, or I have this kit, can you recommend, or can you pick a color even before, say, step back, before you go into purchasing these? You can always email them and ask, say, hey guys, I have the Kallah Kit. Customer service is excellent at Wrapunzel. I have the Kallah Kit in this color. Which color would you recommend if you're lost and you don't know which one to choose? And they'll get back to you. And then when you're ordering, you can put it in the notes that, hey, I've got Kallah Kit, and say what you have. Could you pick a scarf to coordinate? And that will work too. So, you know, could you pick and I have to be very specific here, because if you choose a pink and you say, I have this Kallah Kit, can you choose a scarf in the lighter version to match this kit, or to coordinate with it in bolder colors? You have to be very specific, but you can make requests. And I hope that was clear, because I do that all the time. When I ordered my Jungle Mix scarf, I wanted one that was all black. You know, the background's all black and then had hints of color to it. That's what I wanted. I wanted mostly black. And the other one I wanted, because I think I got two, I'm trying to remember what the other one was. The other one was a autumn leaves one. Anyway, I wanted yellow, like golden yellow. And I was really specific. I was like, this is what I'd like. And I got it. It's like, I got what I asked for. Now, you know, depending on what they have in stock, they you know, but they're really good at that stuff. So there you go. Talking about that, and I hope I haven't misspoken or stepped on anybody's toes with that one, because it's difficult to explain some things for me. I get tripped up on my words, and there. But I hope that was clear. Just, you know, when you're ordering the sari scarves, be specific on what you want. Sometimes I just put in the sari scarf and the color and surprise me, because I have nothing, I'm not expecting anything. I just pick something, anything, doesn't matter. But when I want something specific, in the comments when I'm ordering, I make a note. And okay, so all scarves are done. Now accessories. I find some of the accessories that I like are sari sashes. These are fun, just to add a little bit of color, just a pop of something without having to actually have another scarf. These are fun. Sometimes we have sari sashes. These are sari strips, excuse me. The sari strips to add one bit of fun. There are some sari sashes that are like 2 or 3 sari strips sewn together. Those are fun too. The headbands. There are so many different kinds of headband. So many pretties. These guys all jeweled up in different shades of colors, bringing out different colors in the scarves, coordinating with the different colors. Put these away as I go because I don't want them laying all about. Micah loves those. Now, there was one that I had to buy 2 of. Yes, I had to buy 2. It's weird. For the comfort scarf, there was a wrap. It has a comfort scarf and a shiny Lushness and 2 of these guys. So these were really, really fun to use. They were harder to use, but I liked them. They were harder to use because the little pieces here kept getting caught on the scarf. That was the only issue with that, is I had to be very, very, very careful when placing them to put them on before I wrapped. So I'd have them on my neck. It's not so bad with this, obviously, but I'd grab them at the side, and it has the extra stretchy elastic, and there was no jiggle jaggle. Once they're on your head, they're on your head. And place them just like so. And let's see if I can do it the other one without any issues, because you don't want it to roll on your scarf, because that would be an issue. So the two headbands were something like this with all those other scarves. But that's it. Take these off gently so they don't get snagged. You have to be careful when you're using the headbands, because some of them do snag, and you don't want that. Okay, putting these away. Mika loves that one. Okay, and brooches are a great way to dress up the Kallah Kit. Got like pastel one to go. This one is super, super cool. This one is available on the site, and I don't remember this one's name. I'm sure lots of people are laughing at me right now because I don't remember some things, and that's okay, because I'm laughing at me right now too. Going accessories. And this is why I keep this open, because I can do this and scroll down and see, where are you, my friend, the clip. Maybe it's on page 2. I don't see it. Oh my goodness, maybe they sold out. Oh no. Pins and clips. Let's see. All right. Here it is. Fleurs and Frills pin. Shoo. Oh my goodness. The Fleurs and Frills pin. That's what this one is. Yay. I can't believe it. It's like, there it is, right there. But this one is a nice one. It works with that set right there. Put those back. And then you have, it's not a brooch, but it's kind of like this with the scarf back here. And it just kind of clips on to the side like so. Note that I was kind of dumb. Note to everyone, this piece goes in front, this piece goes in back. Front, back. We don't want to stab ourselves or anyone else when you go in. Right now, nobody's hugging, but when you go in for a hug, when we're eventually allowed to hug each other again, you don't want to stab anybody with this piece going forward like so. That could be dangerous. So we want it to go in the back, like this. Or it can be worn without the stick, with the scarf going in and out, kind of like so. You can see that. Or the scarf can be pulled around the sides, just like so. And that's a different way to dress up with an accessory. The scarf, even the plainest scarf, looks like something spectacular with this kind of accessory. Now, the thing, I'm kind of that weird person. I like flowers. This one is from a friend, a family friend who's so close she is family. She gave this to me. She made this one, but I like to add this because it adds fun, and it's so romantic and it's sweet to a wrap. I did for a while. I loved pinup fashion, pinup hair. I did a lot of creating my own flower barrettes to put with my victory rolls and my curls and all that stuff, and my vintage hairstyles. So I created a whole bunch of them, and I still have them in the other room because, well, I made them and they're pretty. So I wanted to be able to use those inside of my wrapping, and that's always a fun way to add a bit of fun. This one was one that I purchased from a website, but I brought it in because I think this one would match the idea better. So you have the little flowers. And while it doesn't really go with a hat, I mean, I could, but it's not the thing. This would really look super cute, even backwards, put in backwards with a wrap, you know, a regal wrap, right here for a beginner's luck. I mean, it's just all different fun stuff. So having flower clips is super cool, and they're super fun to make. It's a fun project. My daughter even helped with them, with the making. So that's those. Also, I just thought about these fun clips like this. This one was from Wrapunzel. It's a peacock, if you can see it. This is a ways back, so I have quite a few. I've worn it here on a wrap, just one of those fun turbans. I've worn it on the side here. I've also worn it in the back here on a low, you know, at a low bun. So it's all so much fun ways to change up, accessorize the wraps. The latest thing, and I'm going to be wearing them soon, is the for the scarves. I'm going to be trying these out. These, I picked up a set for myself, and I picked up a set for my daughter. My daughter wears headbands at work, so that she can keep her hair out of her face, and the mask. So I picked up the mask clips, and you know what? They look like Legos. It's okay. I am a child of the 80s. I had lots of Legos. I have children. They had Legos. They're pretty cool. Don't step on them though, because that hurts. But I'm gonna give them a try and see how they work out. This is just something kind of fun that I thought I'd toss in here. It's not necessarily related to the Kallah Kit, but because these came out so recently, I thought it would be worth a throw in here to talk about them. So the loops, your loops of your mask go here, depending on the size of your face and the length of your mask strings. And it holds them on, and it saves you from moving your wrap back, putting your mask over your ears, pulling your, because if you're like me, I don't want my ears out. I feel like I have Dumbo ears when they're all out with all this stuff behind them. And I don't like the way that looks. It's not, for me, it's not attractive. If you like it, that's you, and you are correct, and that's okay. That's what you like, but not me. I like my ears to be covered. And we're going into the winter here, so at some point it might actually get cold and snow. So having access to them would be great. Now, what I'm also thinking, and I'm going to talk about this one too because I haven't tried it yet, is I'm thinking that when I put on my scarf and I put on my second scarf, I'm thinking that maybe I can attach it, if you don't want to see it, God forbid you don't want to see it, you could put it underneath and then bring your tail over and tie it. That way it's there, you know, it's there, and you can just slightly move aside one piece and then attach your, I'll be making a video about it because I don't think I'm explaining it very well, but I'll be making a video after I'm trying it because I'm brainstorming anything that, you know, because I think they're cool. I just do. I'm that person who will totally rock them. Like, I'm wearing Legos on my head and I'm cool with it. Okay. It is. It's kind of, but I like them. Again, personal preference. So I'm going to check them out. I'm going to try them. But to leave this on another, you know, fun, whimsical thing and not something totally not related, we can also, when it comes to accessories, fandoms, we can display our appreciation for the books, because we've been in quarantine, lockdown, isolation, whatever you want to call it. We've all been in the house. We've all been reading books, watching TV shows, playing video games. I mean, there's so many things that we're doing that have fandoms. We can, I didn't pull it out, we can show our fandoms in our wraps, because why not, right? I'm a Game of Thrones fan. I'm totally into Game of Thrones. I don't care that they screwed up the season 8. I'm waiting for George R.R. Martin to totally drop a book. I will probably be waiting for the next 10 years, but I love Game of Thrones, so I picked these up. I did buy 2 of them because I'm extra. I actually was wearing them like Daenerys, one on each side. Something else. I'm one of those people. But I also wore it on my scarf, and you could totally have the scarf come in and out into the back. And it's just one of those weird, and I think I could play with this with the scarves that are down there, and it would totally look cool. So you can think about your fandoms, the favorite things that you love, and add that to your kit as well. It's just so much fun ways to add to that. Now this one, I like to believe that this is Harry Potter themed. Please don't come at me in the comments about Harry Potter. I've been loving Harry Potter since I bought the first book for my Pashki to read years and years and years ago. Lover or hater, J.K. Rowling wrote some fun books for little kids. This is not Harry Potter gear. This wasn't licensed material. This was from my friend Frida Hannah. She sent it to me, and I absolutely love that it's an owl, because owls are awesome. Owls are smart. So because of its coloring and all, I think of it as a Harry Potter owl, one of the birds that flies the mail. And that's what so every fandom has their own stuff, and that could totally add to your whole experience with your Kallah Kit and wrapping in general. Now this one, we can also talk about family pieces, and they don't have to be super expensive. This one was my mother's. I got it. She gave it to me. It's just cats in a basket. Now, because I am that person, when during Game of Thrones fandom looks. I did many of them. I looked at this and I was like, ooh, House Lannister, those are little lions. Because we all have our, all those of us who have cats know they are just like their larger cousins. They're the same. They're just smaller. They're like house panthers. The black ones are house panthers, or the golden ones are house lions, and so on and so forth. The spotted ones, but they're so cool. So again, that was my weirdness. But okay, well, I think I've covered pretty much everything I could possibly talk about with this challenge. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was so much fun. It was nice to just have a small amount of scarves to walk in and say, okay, I have these 5 to choose from today. What am I going to wear today? And just grab them. It was really, really excellent to be able to do that. So I thoroughly enjoyed that, and it was fun trying to figure out, okay, I'm a newbie and I've got this, and I want to pick up new scarves. Which ones would I pick up? Which ones would be fun to have? Which ones are harder to work with? Which ones are easier to work with? Which ones combine well? So I put a lot of thought into this, and I tried to come at it in a new perspective, and I really, really, really like that. And I definitely think that especially those of us who've been doing it for a while, a really long while, coming at it and going, okay, so I have this small kit and I have these 5 scarves, and it just changes it up just a little bit, and it makes us think. It makes us go outside of our normal comfort zones, because we're wearing black and red today and bright pink and blue tomorrow, and it's like, okay, and kind of brings it back down and goes, okay, this is kind of cool. So, all right, now that I've gotten all weird with it, I'm going to end this, and hopefully when I upload it this time, it will not be a nightmare. I'm fingers crossing it, and I hope you ladies enjoyed the video. I hope I was able to teach something, or that you picked up something from this. Have a wonderful day. I'm going to go feed Micah, and I will see you in the next tutorial.